There's definitely some stellar phones on the market right now. From the HTC 10 to the OnePlus 3, companies are manufacturing their best devices yet. But even still, time and time again, these devices get overlooked by Samsung's powerhouse devices, the S7 and S7 Edge. Even 3 months after the release, phones like the LG G5 that push innovation to the max are getting overlooked by what many people call the best phones of the year. So what makes these phones so great, and how did Samsung get to this point? I'm Sawyer Timko with TechieGrad, and today we're going to be taking a look at Samsung's latest flagships. Though specifications aren't everything in a smartphone, the S7 series won't leave you asking for more while also not giving you overkill. First things first, this phone is packing a Snapdragon 820, which never skips a beat. There's also 4GB of RAM that allows you to multitask easily and open up apps very fast. 32GB of storage are included in the base model, but expandable microSD storage is also included. A fingerprint scanner is present as expected on phones in 2016, and the addition of waterproofing makes this phone one of the most spec'd out phones on the market. Regarding aesthetics, these phones look amazing. The way that the back curves around the sides gives an ergonomic feel in the hand like no other. The metal and glass combination is something that we've seen before, but this concept has been refined to a point in which Samsung is on top. In the past with the S6, Samsung sacrificed some build quality features in order to make the phone look so good. But this year, Samsung listened to the consumers, growing the size of the phones in order to make them have great battery life, a good feel in the hand, a microSD card, and waterproofing. Consumers and reviewers alike have responded, praising Samsung for their utilitarian features and beautiful design. Samsung for a while now has been known to have the best displays of any smartphones, and this does not change with the S7 series. Both of these phones have Quad HD AMOLED displays that have the brightest whites and the deepest blacks that I've ever seen. The S7 display comes in at 5.1 inches and the Edge at 5.5 inches, but both are manageable for one-hand use. Samsung has always done a good job at producing phones with small bezels. The AMOLED display also allows for an always-on display, which will show a calendar or the time always. The way that an AMOLED panel works is that all of the pixels work separately, so only some of them are on at any given moment. This means that the always-on display only takes about 5 to 10% of your daily battery life. The display and form factor of these phones are just 2 more reasons why people pick them over other handsets. Samsung has shown its strength in the camera department in the past couple of years, starting out with the Galaxy Note 4. The cameras on Samsung's flagships always produce quick pictures that are very pleasing to the eye, making them a go-to for someone looking for high-quality pictures without sacrifices. And if someone wants to, a pro mode is available, turning your phone into a photographer's paradise. Samsung doesn't try to do any fancy camera things like many others in the field, skipping dual cameras and laser autofocus altogether. But that's what makes them so great, with simplicity in the eye of the consumer meeting a very capable sensor. The S7 series in particular uses a 12-megapixel sensor with dual pixel technology, allowing them to take better low-light pictures than before. While TouchWiz has never been on the top of most consumer software lists, the S7 is the best that it's ever been. Each year, Samsung loosens its grip on TouchWiz a bit more than the last. While the S7 software doesn't look great next to a Nexus phone with stock Android, TouchWiz still looks better than the software on the LG G5, for example, because that phone doesn't even include an app drawer. And while looking fine, it does bring a lot of extra features to the table, with things such as a truly always-on display and multi-window support that stock Android is yet to have. So with all this behind, it's easy to see why consumers are passing everything up for the S7 series. With such few sacrifices and so many great additions, the S7 is the phone to beat in 2016. If you like this video, subscribe for more content from TechieGrad, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.